Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel, Self-Publishing 101 with Lorenzo. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and click the bell so I can notify you of all the new videos that are coming out weekly and sometimes daily. I also did created a Facebook group page where we can talk about anything you want to as far as self-publishing goes. You can plug your book, you can ask for us to take a look at your book covers or your description or the back of your book or fonts or anything and everything, because it's changing. Everything's changing pretty rapidly, and there are different platforms out there that are vying for your business, not just Amazon. And there are other ways to get your book on the internet, on bookstores, and broaden your base with Amazon, so you're just not with them, but you're with several others. Like probably, your book could be in 400 different bookstores, and in Europe and the digital libraries where there's thousands upon thousands of digital libraries. So different ways to get your book out there, and of course you have to learn a little bit about marketing, and we'll talk about that at another time. But we have that darn pesky blank page that shows up sometimes. And usually for me it shows up at the end of my manuscript. And it might be just one or two pages, but I don't want them there. I want my book to end and that's it. I don't want any blank spaces. Plus, Amazon only allows you so many blank pages before it sees it as an error. And I'm not sure how many it is, but so you don't want a ton of blank pages in your book. In this particular book that we were working with, which is kind of a work in progress, I have a blank page that I'm not sure how it got there, but it's got to go. And there's a couple of tricks, and not every trick works on every document, so I'm going to go through two of the tricks that seem to work for all purposes for me. So there's my blank document. I don't want it. I do want a blank page after here, and then I want chapter 1 to start. And we talked about numbering pages and where you can decide where to start page 1 and so forth. And if you look at the video on page numbering, it will explain that to you. But we want to clean this page. So here we have, right above here, a blank page, and I don't want a space here. So you can't like grab it. There's nothing there to grab, obviously. You can't right click and cut or anything like that. So you're kind of like, what do I do? There's your cursor, but it's like not going to allow you to do anything. So this is a real simple trick, and it works 95% of the time. Just randomly type anything in. It's pretty easy. And then highlight it. Left click and drag, and then hit backspace, and now you've lost that page. So you can do that to any page you want. I want this blank page here, and then chapter 1 starts. So if that doesn't work, the other thing that I've found that works for me is, here we have the blank page right here. We want to get rid of it, and what you do is you go up back to home, and you go down and follow that to, you see this, which is show paragraph marks, and I'm going to zoom in on this so you can see it. And there it is. It's right up there. It's right in there. You want to highlight that, and I'll show you what happens when you do that. So let's escape. Go back up there and then highlight it. Now let's just look at the document real quickly. You see, these are all like spaces and little things that you don't even know you put in your document that tells Word what you want to do. So the more you can keep this clean, the better it's going to be for your ebook. And in ebooks, this has to be pretty clean. It can't have these weird symbols all over the place. So, but it has to have some of them, like this one with that one would have to go. That might cause a space in in between two lines it's not needed. It's all these little quirky things that show up, but we don't need to worry about that. Look at that big sucker. That's weird. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to where that page was we want to get rid of, which is right here. And then this is where we want, this is where we want, this is page 1, but we don't want a blank before page 1. Now, I've tried to grab it and highlight it to get rid of it, or one of these symbols above it, and I can't. So what I've done was I've typed in just a letter, and then I've grabbed it, and then I've got rid of it, backspaced it. And if you want to do that again, I put it doesn't matter what you put, a capital, you just put something right before the section break, and then you left click, and then you backspace. And now that page has disappeared. And we don't have a blank page there. Then you go back up to the paragraph marks and click it, and now those disappear, so you're not freaking out like I did, or like what is that in my book? And then you're back to your normal pages. So those are ways, the 2 ways I found out how to get rid of blank pages. And hopefully that helps you out, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll work on another video probably for next week. All right, thanks.